Hey guys, welcome back here. In last lecture we get rental ID from URL, and in this lecture we'll start working on Redux. So let's start. Go to your terminals first, and we need to install a few packages first. So let's shut down the development server, and let's write here npm install --save, and first we need a react-redux, and let's specify version here. So 5.0.7. Then we need Redux, and specify version here 3.7.2, and last one it's a Redux-tank, like this, and version 2.2.0. okay, like this. Let's install it. And I will fast forward this installation. Okay, it was installed, so we can run our development server. So npm start. Alright, and let's go to the browsers, and I will show wireframe first. So here is a wireframe of a Redux architecture. Currently we are keeping state our rentals on the rental list component, and we have no access to these rentals on the rental detail component. And this will change. We will create a store that will keep our state, so rentals. And if you want to change the state of a store, you need to send an action. So you will do some action on your React component. So let's say you will click a button, and this will dispatch an action. Action will go through the store to reducers. And reducers will receive previous state and an action, and it will return a new state to a store, and this store will give you a new state to your components. So that's it. And we can start working on it, and I will break it down into smaller pieces so it will be easier to understand. Let's go to your coding editors, here to app.js, and we need to import few things here. So let's import star as a Redux from Redux. This star means that I'm importing everything from Redux. Alright, and one more import. Import provider from React Redux. From React-Redux. Provider is a component, and we need to wrap all of our components inside of a provider. So up here, I will write provider, and don't forget to close it in the end, like this. Let's indent it, and we need to provide to provider store. So we can create a store here. So let's write const store equals, and not here, I'm sorry, instead of a render function, const store equals Redux create a store. This will take function, so let's write here arrow function, and we need to return here our data. So return here object and rentals, like this. We can go to rental list component, and I can copy all the rentals, so starting with this array from here, like this. We can cut it from here actually, and we can go back to app.js, and I will paste it on these rentals like this. Right? We can indent it a little bit. This. Alright, and let's go back to rental list, and I can remove all of the constructor and save it, save app.js. Now copy a store, and let's provide a store to a provider. So store equals store, like this. Okay, I will save everything now, and let's go to our browsers. Here to application, refresh application, I will go to /rentals, and you can see we are getting errors. The state rentals of null. Yeah, because we removed our rentals from a state of rental list, so we need to get rentals the other way from a store. So let's go back to coding editors, and here to rental list component. And we'll write here something new. I will remove this export like this, because we will export a rental list component different way. And let's write here function map state to props. And here we'll get our state. And I want to return from here object and object of the rentals. And I will assign to these rentals state rentals. Just like this. And now let's export from here. Export default and a function connect, but we need to first import this function. So up here, import connect from React Redux. Now we can call this function, and we can provide this function map state to props. And one more call, because connect returns a function, so we need to call it one more time and provide here rental list like this. Alright? And now let's go back to app.js, and here I can remove these curly braces on the rental list, because now we are exporting by default. Let's save everything now, and let's go back to browsers. Okay, we have a still error, because now we have a rentals not on a state, but on a props. Back to connect editors, and here I will write in our iteration on the rental list component this props rentals. Alright, let's check it out. And we have our rentals here. Amazing. So what's happening here actually? This can be a little bit confusing. Let's place the debugger here. And I will place the debugger into the render. And I will write here these props. And let's go back to browsers. Let's inspect the page. And let's refresh it. And you can see first thing I'm getting into the map state to props. And here I'm getting state from our store. So from app.js, from a store and a state, is our rentals we specified on our store. And here I'm returning this state rentals, and I'm assigning to these rentals. And these rentals will be accessible on a props. So I fast forward this, and here on a props, now I have access on the rentals. If I would change this for a, let's say, test, and I will refresh, now our rentals will be accessible on a props and a test. You can see test, and here are rentals. So this is one thing here, and here by connect you are providing this state to your rental list. So you are enhancing your rental list component, and you're providing a state of your store be specified here in the app.js. And by convention, you're calling this function map state to props, but this doesn't matter. You can call it anything, like literally anything here. It's just a function. You are passing to connect function. Okay, so map state to props, and you will return from here your enhanced rental list component that's gonna have rentals on a props. So I hope you understand. This can be a little bit difficult to process all the information here. So just feel free and leave me comments if something is not clear, and I will try to explain it to you. And alright guys, that should be it for this lecture. We covered here our store and React component. In the next lecture, we will work on the action creators here and reducers. So guys, see you in the next lecture.